welcome to It's Just Maggz. This is actually my first video, which I'm excited. I am really excited. So, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And don't forget to comment down below what videos you want to see, because I want to do something different, you know? You gotta let me know what you want to see. Okay, so today we actually are starting it off with a question tag. Ooh. You know, so you guys can get to know me. So let's get started. So my first question is, what's my middle name? Okay, a lot of people wouldn't get my middle name because I am African, right? I am from Kenya. So my middle name is Wanjiru. So my full name is Margaret Njuguna. Oh no, Margaret Wanjiru Njuguna, right? So people don't actually get my middle and last name right sometimes, but what can we do? My next question is, what's my favorite drink? Okay, I don't think I have many variety of unless it's alcohol. I do love alcohol, but if it's like coffee, I hate. Coffee is one of the things I hate. I have no idea. I have tried coffee, didn't work out, but still do love the smell of it. I do drink tea, but only fruit teas. Sodas, love sodas. Energy drinks, my one would have to be Monster and Red Bull, I would say. The rest, nah, I'm not really keen of the rest. Okay, my next question is, what is my favorite song at the moment? My favorite song would have to be Trainwreck at the moment by James Arthur. Really love James Arthur. Next question is, do I have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have an older sister who's just a year older than me. Her name is Susan. And I've got a little brother who's 18 and a nutcase. His name is John. Another question is, where I was born? I was born in Kenya, Africa, and then moved to London when I believe I was really young. I believe Susan was 10 and I was probably 8 turning 9. Not quite sure. But yeah, born in Kenya, Nairobi. Okay, next question is, what are your hobbies? I've got different types of hobbies. I do love to read. That's one of my hobbies that I don't think I would ever get rid of. Love a good story, love books. Another hobby is, I actually do like adventuring, socializing. Not as much as now due to COVID, but when everything goes back to normal, we'll be going back out, you know, having a good time. Next question is, who was your first best friend? I think my first best friends were my siblings and cousin, because we used to hang out as our own little group. We never used to go out and play with other kids. It would just be us 6, you know. If you have a lot of siblings and a lot of cousins, you'll get what I mean. Or if you live in a household where it's just your siblings, your cousins, your aunts and uncles, you get what I mean. Yeah, for me, they were my little friends. And then my other friend, another best friend who was my first best friend, was in high school. His name was Ruben. We had the same class from year 7 throughout the whole high school year. He was actually one of my best friends. Next question is, what did I want to do when I grew up? I wanted to be a lot of things. Generally, the first thing I wanted to be was a lawyer, and since growing up, I don't know, that was a weird one, being a lawyer, but I don't know, maybe not. Another one was I wanted to be a nursery teacher, and I have actually worked with kids. I've worked with kids for like around 2.5 years, and that's been the best job that I could ever dream of working in, you know. I love kids. I would want to have some kids. Mostly a lot of kids. I want to have a lot of kids. I know for some people they're like, nah, but for me, I'm that type of person where, I don't know, Kids are one of the miracles I would love to have. My next question is, how tall am I? I am actually 5'4", 5'4", 5'5". It depends. If I'm wearing high heels or high shoes, I am actually 5'6", but I am 5'4" to 5'5". Next question is, what's the furthest I've ever been from home? The furthest I've ever been from home, I think I remember when we went to a high school trip. We went to Paris. That was actually my first time going away from home, you know, having no one, having no siblings, no one. It's just me, some classmates, some teachers, you know. It was actually fun. It was refreshing, you know. I got to see Paris. Like, that was one memorable week or two that I had without having to have my family around. My next question is, what's my favorite animal? I've got a lot. I do love huskies. Oh my god, huskies are my new favorite animals that I love. Huskies. I do love cats. Not get me wrong, we did have a cat when I was growing up. We did have a cat. I do love rabbits. We had rabbits too. But one of my favorite ones are huskies. Puppies, huskies. Oh, I would die. I could die, literally. Next question is, do you speak any different languages? I do. Okay, I do understand a little bit of French because I did learn it in high school. English, obviously, and I do speak Swahili, so mother tongue. Do speak, even though I've lived in London for so long. Some people do forget, like my sister, but she still does understand. But yeah, I do speak Swahili. Yeah. My next question is, what are some of my favorite TV shows? I've got quite a lot, but my favorite one right now is Grey's Anatomy. Love that show. Can't wait for the new season coming out. Another one is The Good Doctor. Also love that show. I don't know why. All the shows that I love are doctor shows. I don't get myself sometimes. I don't know. But I do love Grey's Anatomy and The Good Doctor. Another question is, am I named after anyone in my family? Okay, obviously Margaret is a popular name, but I don't think so. My sister is named after my grandma. My brother is named after a couple of my uncles. My cousin Bob, he's named after my grandfather. But me, I'm not named after anyone, which is actually pretty cool because it gets confusing when you're trying to call one of my either aunts or uncles that has the same name as you, because they all come or they all show up at the same time. So for me, it's actually kind of pretty cool. So yeah. Another question is, let's see. What's the first thing that I notice about people? For me, when I first get to know you, I try to get to know your personality first, if you're like a nice person or not. Because I have had friends who pretend to be nice but stab you right in the back, and you can't really do anything about that, you know. You just gotta be really careful of who you trust, really. But I usually just go with my instincts. If I like you from the get-go, I will like you. If I don't, I don't. I will tell you to your face, I don't like you, you know? Because I don't care if you get offended, but it's my own opinion. But be kind. Be kind to people who you meet, because it does come around and bite you in the ass. Trust me. But I love everyone. Everyone who I get to meet. If I get to meet a stranger that I don't like, I still like you, you know? But okay, another question is, a favorite memory from my childhood. favorite memory from my childhood would have to be our little games that me and my cousin used to play. Like, I don't know, we used to have crazy game ideas. I don't know, like, it used to be fun, but it also used to be so freaking weird, to a point where I still remember all our games that we used to play, but low-key, we were weird kids when we grew up. We were really weird kids, but I love my family. I would never trade them for the world. Like, they brought the better out of me than the worst, because I used to be a terrible child when I grew up. I used to be so freaking bad, but it is what it is. It really is what it is. Okay, another question that I have is, this one's a bad one. I have to tell you guys one of my baddest habits that I do. Do I have a bad habit? I do. I literally do. Okay, one of my bad habits is I can't stop saying literally. Is that weird, or is it just me? Like, I will literally say literally so many times in a sentence that sometimes I don't realize until I'm like, okay, I just need to stop. I just need to stop. But the problem is I can't. I've got so many words, but literally is one of the words that just pops out my mouth. Like, I have no idea. Another question I have is, what is my proudest accomplishment? Yeah, that's a hard one for me. One of my hardest accomplishment was, I think, moving out 18. When I moved out, well, I moved out with my sister. My sister's obviously a year older than me, as you guys know. So when we moved out, I think having to move on, having to live by yourself and experience new things, experience what the world throws at you, that was my biggest accomplishment, because I never knew how tough it was to live by yourself. With having to pay bills, with having to take care of yourself, with having to budget, not spend your money. That was one of the most hardest things I kind of learned, you know? And you learn from your mistakes. Trust me, we learn from our mistakes. And throughout the years, I've met great people. I've made great relationships, you know? One of my best friends now that I have is Kiara, and we met while me and my sister stayed at a hostel, right? And that was one of the biggest, I would say one of my biggest accomplishments, because we've been best friends since 2017. It's been going on 3 years now, and I couldn't wish for a better person couldn't wish for a better person that I met. Like, I have met a couple of people, right? But it wasn't the same, I would say. The relationship wasn't the same, or the friendship wasn't the same. But with Kiara, like, it's totally different. And I don't even think of her as another best friend. She's more like a sister to both of us. She's more like an older sister to both me and Susan, which is awesome, you know? Another question is, what's my favorite family vacation? Okay, my favorite family vacation would be when we get to go back home, when we go summer vacations in Africa. Or another family vacation that we went to was Turkey. That was one of my favorite memories that I probably have, because we had so much fun. It was hectic, but it's one to remember, and I don't think I would ever forget that one. Another question is, what makes me laugh the most? I've got to say, my sister makes me laugh the most. I don't know, her and her quirky jokes. Yeah. But for me is, if you meet me, one of the things that a lot of people don't know is I love jokes. So when you meet me, make a joke. I will literally laugh my head off. Or another thing that makes me laugh is when I get really drunk and I don't know. I literally have no idea what I'm talking about. That's another thing that I really love. Another question is list 2 pet peeves. Do I have any? Okay, yeah, I actually do. One, I hate. This is one of the things I hate, and I will always hate, is how people spit in the middle of the road or in the street or whatever. Like that is just disgusting. To me, that is the most disgusting thing ever. I don't know. I don't know to other people it might be, but to me it's one of the most. I just can't. I just can't. Another pet peeve would have to be someone not washing their hands after coming out of the bathroom. That I get. Okay, if you're in a rush, whatever, but no. If you live with me, it's gotta be wash your hands. Wash your hands, people. Wash your hands. Another pet peeve for me is living with someone who's so untidy. I'm a tidy freak. You come to my place, right? You find everything in order. Like, I don't know if I have OCD. I have no idea, but I am a tidy freak. It literally gets me upset when I find a house that's really, really dirty. Or if I come to my own house and someone hasn't washed something, or there's clothes everywhere, or there's just a mess. I hate it. I really do hate it. Alright, another question is, what are some of my favorite YouTubers? Okay, I watch a lot of people on YouTube. Okay. I would have to say the Ace family is one for me. I love the Ace family. The Prince family. Do you love the Prince family? I do like a little bit of drama from the Prince family. Do you love it? CJ So Cool. Love them. I do like James Charles. Do love Nikita. Do love Bremen Rock. Love who else? Patrick Star, Jeffree Star. Love. I follow a lot of YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers. Another question is, do I have any pets? I actually don't know. I actually do. At my parents' place, I still do have my fish tank. My huge fish tank. I still do have that, but I couldn't move with it when I was moving because it's way too big. Plus, I'd rather it be at home. So at least I've got my parents looking after my fish for me. Another pet we did have bunnies. We had Susan had a pet bunny, Fluffy, but she died a couple of years ago. Whilst growing up, we did have dogs and cats, but that's back home. We do have a dog. We have Roxy, but she's back home. I do want to get other pets. I do want to get a husky or a Labrador. If I'm saying that rightly, please correct me, please. But yeah, we'll just have to see. I might vlog that. If I do get a pet, I'll vlog that for you guys. Another question is, where do I see myself in 5 years' time? In 5 years' time, I don't know. I'm not sure. But in 5 years' time, I probably want to see myself either married with my first child, really. I am single right now. I'm not in a relationship. I'm that type of person who, I don't know, I just don't want to jump into a relationship without having to know a person for a really long time. Not that long, obviously. But also, people say I'm stupid for saying this. I don't know why. But when you say you're waiting for the right person to come along, I don't know. For me, is I'm just waiting for the right person to come along. You know, I'm not in a rush to be in a relationship. I'm not in a rush to have someone, but not pay as much of attention. Because right now, I'm just enjoying life. I'm enjoying traveling. I'm enjoying seeing the world. You know, meeting new people, you know. Yeah, but if the right person comes along, or I do end up having a boyfriend, obviously I'm gonna give 100%. But for right now, low-key, I am just enjoying life, so I am single. But yeah, but in 5 years' time, I'd want to be in a relationship, either married, having a boyfriend, having a kid, you know. Yeah, we don't know. I don't know. Because during quarantine has taught me a lot. It's taught me life is short. Life is really, really short. So, guys, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you want to travel, you know. If you want to get your man, get your man. Or if you want to work, because life is short and you don't know when you're gonna go, you know. So live in the moment. For me is the motto is for me is live in the moment, because we have scary times. This world is scary, and there's nothing we can do really, but you can take control of your life and do what you think is right for you, you know. Yeah. Another question is, if you could go back in time, what year would you travel to? If I could go back in time, I actually don't. I don't know. If I could go back in time, if I could go back in time, that is a hard one for me. That is a hard one, cause probably if I could go back in time and to travel back, I'd probably go back in time either to change something that happened during my lifetime, you know, or I could just go back in time to just it's actually a hard question for me. That is a tough one for me, because I actually don't know. Let me know, guys. If you could travel back in time, what year would you travel back in? What year would you travel to? That's a good one. Oh, I got one. For me, if I would travel back in time, I'll travel back to when we met Kiara. That was one of the best times. Another question is, what's the biggest compliment about a job that I've had? Like I told you guys, I did work with kids. I did work in a nursery. So one of my biggest compliment was having to see. So when you're working in a nursery or working with babies, you're allocated you have a certain amount of babies that you have to take care of. For me, was a big compliment was having to talk to the parents and them being being happy of the work I'm doing with their child, or having to see the child progress, you know, in a way that I've never seen them progress, you know. Yeah, that was one of my big compliments, you know. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for me, because I do have a lot more, but I've had so many jobs from the age of 18. Yeah, from the age of 18. So in all of my jobs, it's all different. But for me, one of my biggest ones were the parents that I was looking after the child in the nursery. He was one of my, I would say, not students, because I was working with babies, but yeah, one of my compliments would have to be the parents. They were so freaking lovely, so freaking lovely. What another question is, what motivates me to work hard? What motivates me to work hard? For me is what motivates me. If I could make someone smile during the day, that's one of the things that motivates me. I love to make people smile. I love to inspire. I love to just make people's day happy, because you might have that shitty day where you've come into work and you're not in the mood, you know, but there's nothing you can do but just make someone smile, make someone happy. Just, if it's just for an hour or a minute, you know, that's what I love to do. That's what I love to do. Another question is, what would you change? What would I change about myself? I don't think I'll change anything, you know, because I was made the way I am, you know, and I wouldn't want to change anything about it, you know. I don't think I'd want to change anything about me, you know. Yeah. Another question is, let me see. What's my favorite thing about a career that I've had? My favorite thing about a career I've had would be having to do something that you love. For me, was having to work with babies. That was the best thing ever. You know, you'd wake up, see them, you know, that would literally put a smile to your face. And yeah, that was my favorite thing. Working with babies was my favorite thing. Out of everything, was my favorite thing. And yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Let me know what you want to see, you know, comment down below. And if you want me to do another Q&A, leave some juicy questions down below, you know. I will do it. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. Check out my Instagram, check out my Snapchat. I do post on Instagram and Snapchat, not as regular on Snapchat, but on Instagram, I am on Instagram a lot. DM me if you want some inspiration, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and can't wait to see you guys, or hear from you guys, obviously. But thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you want to see. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and the like. I am watching, and let me know what you want to see next, or what you want to see. If you want to see some vlogs or house tour, or yeah, just let me know. But thank you guys for watching, and see you guys soon. Bye.